Whether you love some haggis for your burn supper, some chopped liver with matzah, or a few snags on the barbie, you may be wondering whether the consumption of offal during pregnancy is safe. Offal products are loved by some, but taboo for others. But if you're an offal devotee, you may be wondering if you should be indulging or not, especially if you have a celebration coming up during pregnancy. Well, the short answer is that it depends. So, for more details, stay tuned. Welcome. My name is Melanie McGrice and I'm a pre and postnatal dietitian. I help couples give their babies the best start possible with the power of good food. Make sure that you connect with me on my socials. You'll find all of the details in the description box below this video. Now, offal is the organs of an animal, so includes liver, kidney, stomach, gizzards and more. These different organs have different roles within an animal's body. For example, the stomach is primarily used for mixing and storing food, whereas the liver is there for regulating levels of chemicals and compounds within the bloodstream. Now, as a result, it can be tricky to throw them all into one basket. However, when it comes to asking whether the consumption of offal during pregnancy is safe, there are two important principles to keep in mind. Number one, offal has been associated with an increased risk of listeria and toxoplasmosis contamination. Consequently, consider how your organ meats have been stored and prepared. They should be frozen below 0 degrees Fahrenheit and refrigerated for only 1 or 2 days, then cooked to over 75 degrees Celsius or 170 degrees Fahrenheit and eaten hot, which means that some offal, such as pate, which are unable to meet these requirements, are unable to be consumed during pregnancy. And number two, organ meats are often considered a delicacy because they're incredibly rich in nutrients. This is generally a benefit. However, you can have too much of a good thing, and if eaten too often, you can risk vitamin toxicity. Now, this can be particularly concerning during pregnancy when vitamin toxicity can result in birth defects. If you choose to eat offal, I'd recommend limiting it to a maximum of one 100-gram serve once per week during pregnancy, being particularly careful of liver, which is the richest in nutrients. Now, if you feel that you can achieve these guidelines, then enjoy. But if you're still unsure, feel free to ask your questions in the comments box below. Also, if you haven't done so already, make sure you download my free pregnancy meal plan from melaniemcgrice.com/pregnancy to help you optimize the health of your bub. And I look forward to seeing you in my next video. I don't know, let me say, what's your favorite offal? I love pate.